So, hey everyone, welcome back to the Sound of Accra. I go by the name of Adrian Daniels. And before we get into our usual intro, we have our guest today is Awura-Adjua. Awura-Adjua, say hi, what's up?
Hi, what's up everybody?
Yeah, so Awura-Adjua, so she is 21. She's a 21-year-old self-taught jeweler specialising in creating grills, gold teeth as well. And as well as jewellery restorations. Is that correct, right?
Yes.
So you started your business in business 17, or was it 17? How do we pronounce that?
17 Jewellers, yeah.
17 Jewellers, okay, in 2017.
Yeah.
Okay, and actually, we'll get into the names, naming and everything. I just want to get the intro out the way, and then we can get into it. So she started her business 17 Jewellers in 2017 in South London, and then she taught herself how to make grills by watching videos and reading dental publications. Currently, she's based in Birmingham, but she also works with clients all over the world, and she's currently studying jewellery and silversmithing at Birmingham City University. And yeah, you guys all tune into the Sound of Accra. This is the show where we chat with colourful creatives and entrepreneurs from a Ghanaian background, all with a special interest to the city of Accra, bringing you one step closer to Accra wherever you are. Okay, how are you feeling? Thank you for coming on the show.
I'm feeling good, I'm excited. This is actually like my first ever like podcast interview kind of thing, so I'm ready to go.
Well, I mean, you got special treatment today. This is the first time this is the first day that we've done any kind of proper studio recording, so
love that.
I've gone from just going to people's houses, doing it in cafes, doing it remotely, and now we're actually in studio. I told everybody I'll level up a season
progression
2, and here we are, you see. So yeah, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Thank you for having me. I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm ready to go, ready to answer your questions.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay. All right. So first of all, let's bust this myth. How did you come up with a name? Like, I mean, is it because it was the year 2017, or you were 17 when you started? I don't know.
No, it's actually got nothing to do with the year, which is crazy. Basically, everyone thinks there's like some crazy story, but it's really simple. My favorite numbers are just 1 and 7.
Okay. No way. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's why it's 17, not 17. Sorry if I disappointed you, but that's
that's what it sounds like.
Literally it.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear some kind of life-changing story.
Not today.
Okay, and it just happened. I think what it is that everything sounds like a coincidence, because so it was a coincidence that you started in 2017 and your favorite number was your favorite number. Let's tell the truth, right? Was your favorite number 17 or 17 even back in 2017?
Yeah, 1 because I was born on the 1st of February and I'm the best. I'm number 1. And 7 because I'm from Thornton Heath. That's known as the 7.
CR7. Shout out to Thornton Heath.
Yep.
Shout out to Thornton Heath. And shout out to 17. Shout out to 17 rather. Okay, wow, that's quite interesting. I just find that a massive coincidence.
It really is.
Awesome. So we're going to learn a bit more about how you started 17 Jewellers and how you got to where you are now, and we're going to discuss some other things, experiences in Ghana, and all sorts of wonderful things.
Cool.
First of all, Awura-Adjua, I just want you to open up a little bit to the audience, so just kind of share with the audience a little bit about yourself.
So as Adrian already said, I'm 21. I'm a self-taught jeweler, and so what can I say? Basically, I really had no intention of ever starting a business. It actually came from a failure, which is why I really believe in life. Like, everything happens for a reason. Long story short, went to college, flopped my A-levels, and I wanted to go to uni to study quantity surveying. So I had to go, I had to go to like college and do like a 1-year BTEC to get like extra credits. So obviously I went, I was doing it, whatever. And during that time, I actually like got a gold tooth. And when I went to like get my mold done, I was like looking around. I was like, yo, like what's going on? Like, this is sick. Like, I was hearing all the machines.
Yeah.
So then like I went home and researched. Actually, no. They took like 6 weeks to give it back to me. And I was like, I want to get another one, but I'm not actually waiting 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I literally just researched, just was researching like how they made, like not really planning anything. And I actually found out that it wasn't that hard. So went to college, I was like to my friends, I was like, yo guys, if I start making grills, like, will you buy them? Will you buy them? And they were all like, yeah. So literally, I went home that day,
testing,
bought the stuff that I needed, made myself one, like put it on my Snapchat. Like people started hollering me, and then I was like, wait, what? Like, you guys will actually buy it from me? Like, I was a bit shocked, and that's how the business started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the results you got on A level weren't the case, would you feel that you'd be in a different path, as in i.e. quantity surveying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I actually enrolled, I was studying quantity surveying, and during the whole course I was just like, nah, like this is not for me. Really? I was like bunking uni to fly to Dublin to do pop-ups. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was bunking uni to take people's molds.
That's how you know.
And then at the end of the year I was like, do you know what, I was gonna actually drop out in the middle, and I was like, do you know what, let me just finish it. So I finished the year, and then I changed my course to jewellery and silversmithing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's how a lot of businesses start.
Definitely.
I think a lot of people in our generation, I think that's how business tends to start. It's just kind of like right before or during or just after university.
Literally.
That's when people kind of tend to, explore, the ventures, and they kind of stumble upon something which they want to take more seriously. And I could be here naming a whole bunch of names, from Mark Zuckerberg
literally
to my best friend Toby.
Wow.
Shout out to Toby, who's all started, who have all started businesses during or at university. I can name a whole bunch of people, but we're not going to get into that because it's all about you today, and the spotlight's on you today.
Love that.
Fantastic. Okay, wow. Grillz, Gold Teeth. Where do you feel like the ideas came from? Because you must have had a passion for it. I mean, you must have had some kind of you must have felt some kind of way about it. Like, what was the influences behind it?
So, like, obviously, like, being from South London, like, just like back in the days, you see, like, even like I have an auntie, like, she had a gold tooth, and I just used to ask, like, when did you get that? Like, she was like, oh yeah, back in my day, you used to go to the dentist and they give them to you for free. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, yeah, you go to the dentist. I was like, so you got that gold in your mouth for free? So then from that, I was just like, what? And then, like, you just see aunties and uncles wearing them, just like all the guys in the area wearing them. And I was just like, because you can have this, they're so versatile, like whatever style you want, you can get. And I was just like, wow, like, this is just really cool. So subliminally, I think even when I was younger, it was just like in the back of my brain. And then obviously like rap videos and the musicians, and it's just like all comes together. And then
definitely. I think hip hop music, I think American hip hop music
100%
has been a big influence. I think if you go back to like maybe 2004, I mean, I don't know how old you were back then, but if you go back to that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you go back to 2004, I think that's when things really kind of started. I mean, people like Paul Wall, Lil Jon.
It's funny when you say that, because it is, because like Grillz, they've been a thing, like even from back in like way back, like the Mayans, the Egyptians, and then you have the 80s, and then I think it was 04 or 05, Nelly dropped the song Grillz, and that really like people knew about Grillz, but that really propelled it into the mainstream. So like you said, Paul Wall, even Johnny Dang, Nelly,
so many people,
Eddie Pline, all of these people, they've been so influential in pushing it to the forefront.
So many people. And that's where it really kind of peaked. And you do see people wearing jewelry for their teeth, right? But I mean, I think back then it was much of a bigger thing. So I mean, to hear about your business, booming or doing well, even though it's probably not as big, it's quite inspiring. I mean, it just shows that there's still demand for that, would you say?
Yeah, because history repeats itself, so like even like with trends you see today, so like the baguette diamonds and the grills, that's not new. They were doing that in the 80s, like so I think I don't know, I think do you know what, I think like the outrageous iced out $1 million grills, they're getting a lot more popular, as opposed to like the 16 top, 16 bottom, just 22 carat plain gold ones, but still it's still there. And like people I feel like people are always going to want to get grills. I don't think it's actually ever going to die out. Hopefully not. Hopefully,
I guess hopefully for you not, so that you can continue to bring in that cash flow.
Definitely.
Okay, and how does it work in terms of the industry? Because obviously dealing with people's teeth is, can overlap into maybe different laws and different regulations and hygiene. How do you navigate through all of that?
So basically, what it is, I tell clients, and I'll just say again, like, I'm not a dentist. I have not been to dental school.
Yeah.
So grills are actually classed as mouth jewellery because I'm not a dentist. So people might come to me and ask, oh, can you do permanents? No, because I'm not a dentist. So in that side of things, if I was like drilling your teeth and, put cement in caps on and doing implants, that would actually be like a breach of dentistry. But because it's actually classed as tooth or mouth jewellery and it's not a thing you're supposed to wear 24/7, that's where that comes into play. But I do always reiterate that to my customers. So yeah.
so is that something you had to kind of do research in, in the early days to to really understand that area before you kind of went on with your business?
Yeah, I did research it because I was like, I don't want to get done for like practicing dentistry without a license, because there are actually cases of people in America being charged with practicing dentistry without a license. But I just made sure that I went down the necessary avenues and did the necessary research to, be able to cover myself, because nobody wants to get sued. That's not cool.
That's definitely not cool.
Not at all.
That's definitely not cool. So it's good you went and you did your research. And
definitely.
And you covered your back.
Definitely.
Okay. And then let's talk about some of your clients, your customers. I'm not saying your clients Idris Elba or anything.
Soon.
Yeah, I like that. I like the positivity actually. But what kind of customers, what kind of clients have you had any kind of like surprises in terms of people that have found you and kind of contacted you and bought some of your stuff?
A lot of people contact me, but like they might not go through with it.
Okay.
So I don't know, like I get clients, like client range is wild, goes from like 18 to like 50. Wow. Literally males, females, everyone. Just like grills are such a like universal thing. It's not a thing for like, oh, and you're 20-year-old. But I don't know, like I try not to I try not to get like too excited about things. I always like have my business cap on, so I'm like, boom, if someone DMs me, I'm like, yep, cool, business mode, let's get this sale. But let's
get this sale.
Yeah. I haven't had any like big clients yet, but that's because like I'm still pretty much in the starting stages. I'm just trying to build up my work and myself, because I am self-taught. So I'm just trying to build up my work to where it's at a point where people are like, yeah, cool, boom, I want you to do my grill, don't even care about the price, you're doing it. That kind of thing. But that will come in time. Definitely.
I like that. So probably the vision maybe in the future is to have some kind of shop, or is it more kind of pop-ups? Do you think that's more kind of the way forward, because everyone's kind of a bit more flexible these days, and there's just a lot of opportunities these days in terms of reaching your target audience, your target market?
For right now and for the foreseeable future, I'd probably say more pop-ups. But I think because having a shop, like, it's expensive,
of course it's expensive,
and then I think in the long run I would like to have a shop, but if I'm gonna have a shop, it's gonna be like a shop front with production in the back. Do you know what I mean? And I'm gonna run, or me and my people are gonna run everything.
I like your thinking.
So that everything will be done in-house. So on that accord, definitely want to go down that route. Definitely.
Okay. I like your thinking.
Thank you.
Okay. And how do people tend to kind of find 717? About to say 17. 17. Does that happen to
just
people?
To throw everyone throw everyone off.
17. I like what you did, because it does sound a lot more kind of classy.
Yeah, that's what I was going. That's what I was going for. I'm glad it's resonating.
Because if you went ahead and called it like 17 jewelers, people would be like, okay, well, did you create this when you're 17? Like,
yeah.
17? What's the 17? 17 sounds a bit more kind of like class.
That's what I was going for.
I like the thinking. Yeah. So, I mean, how do people tend to kind of like find you? Like, are you kind of like heavily doing outbound marketing, or do you get like people just stumbling upon you online and referrals, word of mouth, no pun intended?
So I say mostly word of mouth and social media, but like I I'm the most shameless promoter ever. So like today I've got on my t-shirt. I've got like, even if I'm going to the shop, I'll put on my hoodie that says, it literally says on the back, I make Grillz, follow me on Instagram.
Why not?
I print stickers, and my mom actually told me off. She was like, don't stick them up because you actually get in trouble. I was like, I don't care. I stick them.
Where do you stick them?
Post boxes, buses, bus stop, anywhere someone's gonna see. Even on like, you know, when you like press the button to cross the road, I'll put it right on top of the so you have to see it.
Oh, so it's you that
literally. But I feel like that is one of the best ways, because somebody will see it and be like, oh yeah, I do want Grillz, boom, follow me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they find me on Instagram or Twitter as well. I'm shameless promotion, but I don't even care. Or just like on the road, I'll see people be like, hi, you look like you want Grillz. Do you want some? Here's my business card. Like
so you're the definition of shameless promotion.
Oh, 100%. You have to be in this day and age, because there's like Facebook marketing and Instagram marketing, which I use, which is actually really good.
It's powerful.
But
if you do it right.
Yeah, to a certain extent, you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But nothing beats seeing someone in the flesh who actually makes the jewellery that can give you their business card, you know? So, yeah.
And one thing that came to mind actually is that I find it quite interesting, because at the moment you're studying in Birmingham. Have you heard of Jewellery Quarter?
Yeah, I'm always there. I might just like pull up a mattress and just like sleep on the side of the road, because I'm always there.
Yeah, because it's just so much jewelry, and I think there's diamond quarter as well, right on the other side.
Yeah, literally. Sometimes I'll just go there and just like walk around and just like look at things, go into shops, be like, what do you do? You know, what do you sell? Just to get a grip, because like if you look, you'll just see like shops, but it's like you'll have a shop front, but there'll be like 5 people upstairs. One might be a diamond setter, one might be, so you have to like go in and start to know people. But it's like any industry, you just gotta get in and let the people know your face, really.
Okay. And you know, I just mentioned Jewellery Quarter, Diamond Quarter. Some of those shops there, have you kind of like maybe not even them, like have you kind of looked at maybe partnerships and stuff with people like that to try and maybe get your product out there a bit more?
Not so much yet, but it's definitely something in my mind. So, watch this space.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to be watching this space, absolutely. Okay, and what I was going to say, so far, so you've been running for 3 years, so I think that's enough time to go through the highs and the lows of what you're doing so far. But I know it's just a startup, so at the same time, you're not fully like full time in it, because obviously you're studying at the moment as well. Have you had any challenges despite what you've been doing? Of course. I mean, I think that's I think everyone who's had some kind of business has had a challenge.
Anyone who's got a business and say they don't have challenges is a liar.
100%. Let's say that again.
I don't care who you are, who your dad is, who your mum is.
Yeah.
Everyone has challenges.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And has there been any kind of notable challenge that you've been through?
Like, so like, I think during like my first year, like I was stressed because I hated my course at uni. I was like crying in my room because I couldn't do the work, and like I wasn't even getting clients at that time. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, there's been so many times where I've literally called my mum and said, Mum, I'm not doing this anymore. Like I can't. And then I was just like, come out of it. I always check myself and be like, look at how far you've actually come. Like, you've actually taught yourself how to make Grillz from watching videos. Who do you know that's done that?
Job.
But with the challenges, I feel like the jewelry industry is actually, I don't think a lot of people realize how stressful it is, because with the jewelry industry, so many things can go wrong, especially with Grillz. Really? So many things. And when things go wrong, I just want to cry, because you have to do everything again. Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's a lot of time. I mean, and then I would say that the materials probably have a part to play, because you have to kind of use the materials right, and maybe if you get maybe the sizes or the whatever wrong, then it comes back on you.
It's a very precise art. So but that's why you have to really, I think definitely with Grillz, you have to actually really like doing them, because if you don't, you'll actually just be like, forget this. You'll just be like, forget it, too much.
Okay. And how does it work? Let's say, for example, I want to kind of, maybe I want a pair of Grillz, or you do gold teeth as well?
Yeah. Silver, gold, platinum.
Wow. Okay.
Diamond set, anything.
Diamond set. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, what's like the most kind of expensive if someone's to approach you?
That I've done, or on
that just in like that you've done actually?
Probably like I haven't really done any really extravagant ones yet, but like probably like a pair of like VVS 18 karat gold teeth. That was like a good 4 figures plus. Yeah.
Okay. So was that a nice little cash flow for you?
Yeah, it was. But like, I think, do you know what's actually funny?
Yeah.
So many people think I'm rich, and I'm not. Like, I think
Why do they think you're rich?
Because they see my prices and they think that the price that's on the paper is what I get. Okay. Like, people don't understand that I actually have to pay for materials, like my time, this, that. But you know, I make enough. You know, I'm not homeless or, you know, can't pay my bills. So
that's it.
But like, but you said how it works. So like, say you DM me, you'd be like, if you didn't know what you wanted, I just tell you, you know, I do silver, gold, platinum, I explain everything to you, 9 carat, whatever all that is. And then payment, because payment first, everyone. Always take payment first, because people, are scammers.
So how much is the deposit? Like if I was to come and get like, you know, diamond grills, whatever, what will be the deposit be?
Full payment. Yeah. If you want to do deposit, I won't start the work until I get the full payment.
Okay, so full payment before you start any work.
Yeah.
I think that's fair because of the nature of the business. I think that's 100% fair.
And a lot of people don't understand that. They might think I'm a scammer, but it's like, okay, I understand, but again, I have to get the materials, have to do this. It's not like buying a pair of trousers where it might cost £2 to manufacture and you're selling it for 50. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd come to me, we'd agree on a price, pay it, then I'd take your mold. Then from that mold, it's like, and I don't know if anyone's ever had like braces, but it's like that.
Okay.
So it's like when I take the mold, it's like a negative impression. Okay. So then what you have to do is use dental plaster to make a hard mold. Okay. And then from that, I do my magic, not revealing any trade secrets here. I work my magic and then that gets cast into whatever material. Okay. And then, polish it up, get it set with diamonds and then give it back to the client.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that.
Just like that. Wow. I made it sound so easy.
Yeah. But I'm sure it takes quite some time. So how long usually would it, on average, is the turnaround? So that say I place an order today, like when I get it at Christmas, like
for like 14 working days for like plain caps because it is just me running the business. But diamond caps anywhere like 3 to 4 weeks depending. But obviously as my workload increases or decreases, I always give the client updates so they're not just waiting aimlessly like I was when I first got mine.
Okay, and eventually would you say that when it grows that you're gonna have to kind of take on people? Would you say that you'd be training people when the business grows, when you take on more staff, or would you be looking for people with skill sets already? How would you I think the question I'm trying to ask Awura-Adjua is, how do you see yourself growing like with this? Like, do you see yourself kind of having to train people or just kind of have to delegate certain things like admin or whatever just so that you can have more time to work in your craft? Or do you want to keep yourself kind of small to an extent so that you can kind of have a lot of the control?
That's a good question. It's definitely going to get to a point where I'm going to have to bring on people and I would be looking probably to take on people with some sort of skill set, but at the same time I would probably like take on people that are willing to learn, you know, because you have to teach people. Like I feel like you can't just always be a person that's like, Some people actually want to learn, and if they're willing to learn, I'll help them. But also as well, I want to get my family involved. So like my little cousins, bring them in. Even my mum, bring her in. I don't want her to have to be going to work. She says she doesn't want to work for me because she just doesn't want to work, but she will. I'd prefer her to work for me than anyone else. But even like her on the admin side, like just get everyone involved. So, you know, something that if I'm away, I say to my cousin, boom, you do this, and like I know he's gonna do it. But it's just, I think it's about building a trustworthy team of people that show that they want to do it. You know, I'm not just gonna bring people in because they look good on paper. They gotta do what they say.
Of course, and that's the most important part. And how does your family feel like your mom? Because you're obviously, your name is Awura-Adjua, you're obviously from Ghana, right?
Yeah.
And how does she feel about your business? Because the typical kind of Ghanaian family or parents, you know, wanting you to be like a doctor, lawyer, maybe even a dentist in your case.
So like my dad's actually from Ghana, and then my mom's side is from Jamaica. Okay. So, you know, half. Okay. Yeah. So my mom, like, she loves it. She's on board. She's like my number one fan. She'll be on the roads like, yeah, my daughter, she makes Grillz. Here's her card. So she, do you know what's funny?
So she's a shameless promoter for you as well.
When I got my first gold tooth, when I made my first gold tooth, I showed her and I lied. And I was like, Mom, like, look, like my friend made this for me. What do you think? And she was like, oh, yeah, it looks nice. And I was like, I lied. I made it. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I did it. What do you think? She was like, wow, really? And, and then like my dad, like do you know what's actually funny? He wanted me, he was like, yeah, go to uni, do English, because, you know, English it will open up the world. You can do anything. And I was like, Dad, you know what? I like English, but don't like it that much. And he was like, just think about it. And I was like, no. So when I told him I was going to be a quantity surveyor, he was like, yes, that's a great profession. Women in construction. Yeah. So now when I told him, I literally called him one day. I was in the jewellery course. I was like, Dad, I'm not doing this course anymore. I'm going to change my course to jewellery. And at this time, he knew I was doing the Grillz. And he was just like, what? And I was like, yeah. He was like, why? And I was like, I'm not enjoying it. He was like, I think you should think about it. I was like, I've already done it. I've already changed. And then he was like, I wouldn't say he was like disappointed, but I don't know. Like, I think he just wants me to do well. Maybe he felt like I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do, kind of thing. Yeah. But in the end, yeah, he's fine with it. Like, I'm like, yeah, Dad, look at what I made. He's, oh, that's wonderful. He's like, yes, I've got to send you my work now. I want this made. I want cufflinks made. I want a ring made. It's like everyone's on board. My grandparents. Like, I was so scared to go to their house with my Grillz in because I thought they were gonna cuss me. Okay. Like, I used to get to their house and like take all my gold teeth out and go in. And then one day I was like, do you know what? Can't live like this. So I went in with my gold teeth in and I smiled. And I was like, Grandma, look. And she's looking at me and I'm looking at her. I'm like, she's like, yeah, what? I was like, can't you see? She's like, what? I'm like, the gold teeth. She's like, oh, yeah, looks nice. And from that day, I was like, yeah, everyone's on board. So I think, and it really helps me having your family behind you, because family's everything, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's really nice to just have that support. So
definitely I hear you. And why do you think your dad wanted you to pursue English?
Because I think he loves English. I get my love for reading from him. So yeah, like, I don't know, in his mind, I just think he thinks that if you have an English degree, like I said before, you can go into so many different avenues. So I think he always has in mind for me what is the best for me, kind of thing, because I think he knows I'm kind of an indecisive person. So like, I don't think he told me to be a doctor because, like, you know, that's a bit much. But English, yeah, he just loves English. He's very well spoken, just loves just journalism, you know, all those different things. And I really appreciate that, to be honest, because, you know, I just think it's interesting. It's good to have different interests, you know. I'm a jeweler, but I like reading. I love learning. I love documentaries. Like, people actually call me a nerd. Like, I love a documentary. Love it. So
I guess that helps you, because at the end of the day, you're self-taught, right? So if you're someone that's quite enthusiastic about learning, then I think you have no problem
100%.
teaching yourself, because there's some people that they get distracted when they're trying to teach themselves something. So they have to go to a school, or they have to go somewhere where they get disciplined by an instructor to actually learn and do something. So it's quite a rare trait in this day and age where we're just bombarded with so much. So a shout out to you.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job. And and would you say that you have the ability to make other types of jewelry as well? Because obviously I see you wearing some rings.
Yeah, so I went on like a wax carving course, so I can make rings, but like I need to perfect my skill. Like, it's not at a level where I'm ready to say, boom, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make that, because I feel like it would be a disservice to my client to give them a product that, like, I'm not 100% with myself. So yeah, like I'm just learning every day, trying to practice. Like this lockdown is really giving me a chance to practice. Like I've started teaching myself how to design jewelry on the computer, which is so sick. Like, that's crazy. That's where all the crazy designs are gonna come out.
Wow.
But yeah, I just gotta keep teaching myself, really.
Great. And do you get overwhelmed because obviously you're studying at the moment as well, and then obviously you're learning, your trade as well, your business. Did you get overwhelmed when you're taking all of that in sometimes?
Yeah, at the start, like my time management and load management was just shocking, terrible. Like I'd be taking on jobs, going to uni, like I'd be at uni doing people's teeth, not doing my uni work, and then the whole day's gone and I'm just like, okay, what? Yeah. But it's all about finding balance, but I think that's the really good thing. I think that's why it was essential for me to change my course, because if I was still studying quantity surveying and doing I'd be finished, because the way I was stressed during that first year, I wouldn't even wish that on anyone. It's terrible. But it's all about time management and not taking, money's nice, but my sanity's worth more. Do you know what I mean? I might get that printed on a t-shirt,
Why not?
Yeah, I like that.
Why not? We'll just have it in a quote.
I like that.
How about as a quote online? Okay, now I understand where you're coming from. You just got to get the balance right. And I think that's what uni is a great place to do, because especially when you're not living at home and commuting to uni. Yeah. If you're away from home. I heard that giggle, man. I'm sure if you were commuting, you wouldn't have the freedom to do what you're doing, huh? So yeah, obviously having been to uni, I understand where you come from, because of university, like it really gives you that
character building.
Thank you very
character.
much.
Listen,
yeah.
Uni is the biggest build of character there is. I can't lie, I slightly think uni is a scam, but I'll keep that to myself. But it's a place where you could be,
to an extent it is.
Yeah, you could be the shyest person at home, and you could do 3 years in uni and come out and be this public speaker, ready to do anything. So on the one hand, uni might be a scam, but on the other hand, the people you meet, the experiences you go through, the things you learn inside and outside of uni, I really do think is priceless. So
wow.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And would you say that you can balance uni and your business a lot better now than you did at the start?
Yeah, definitely.
And how did you overcome that? Like what kind of what did you learn, or what kind of made you kind of learn how to balance things?
I just had to look at myself and I saw it, I just saw how I was. I was like, this is not the way for me to live. I have to actually be smart about things. So I would do things like, so on Wednesdays we didn't have uni, so on Wednesdays I would dedicate to going into the workshop and working on my business. I would go to uni from 9. So uni was 9 till 4, but we could stay in the workshop till 8. So I'd literally be in uni from 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. Doing uni work, working on my business. I'd go back to my com, probably eat something, doing more teeth, and it was just getting crazy. But I just had to learn, especially I had to learn my bedroom is my bedroom, it's not actually my workshop. So I was like, you got to stop. When you come home from uni, just relax and go to sleep early so you can get up early. So
so if your bedroom wasn't your workshop, where are you making everything?
So I did actually start in so even now at home, I just work out of my bedroom, and my mum's like, you can't be doing all that drilling in here, all the dust. And so do you know what she actually did? She actually set up a gazebo outside, and she put a table outside. She was like, you need to work here. And I was just like, okay. But when I was in uni, I was working at my bedroom, then I found a bench space kind of workshop thing. So then that was much better for me, because I think that is when I learned how to manage the workload more, because there was actually a distinction between work and home. So I think that was a good shout.
And I think that's very important. Thanks for sharing. I think that's very important, because people that tend to kind of mix things like work and study, sometimes it works against them, because if, for example, you have someone that's trying to study for an exam, and then maybe rather than maybe going to study somewhere else, maybe a library or something, they'll go and do it in the bedroom. But then they find themselves but if you're not disciplined enough, some people will find themselves distracted or sleepy or one thing or the other. You understand? So I think for you to come out, and make that distinction is I think it's great.
Thank you.
I think it's perfect. Yeah. And what else was I gonna say is that obviously you've been doing this business for some time now, and what kind of plans do you have like for the future? Like, are you looking to kind of expand, or are you just focused on just kind of getting the business to a point where it can scale? You're going to go international? Would you have any international clients, by the way?
Yeah, like, I'm going to say this, and this is going to be so shameless. I'm the first and only person to bring Grillz to Dublin.
Wow.
Yep, I'll self-proclaim that. If anyone has any like objections, please let me know. But as far as I know, that's me. So okay. Dublin.
Why Dublin? What's taking? I mean, you mentioned Dublin earlier on in the podcast. What's taking you out to Dublin? Like, just family there? Or?
Nah, just that the market's there.
The market's there.
Yeah, like I did a grill for someone in Dublin, and he was like, yeah, you know, people over here, they love grills. He was like, all my friends fly to London. So I was like, boom, wow. Cool. Yeah. And
how did you find that out? Did he come to you and then you found and you learned that was the case, or did you kind of randomly stumble across that? How did you learn that Dublin was another marketplace?
So he came to me for his grill, and like when he DM'd me, like, I was like, just check his profile. Like, when I saw Dublin, I was like, wait, what? I was like, how did this guy find me? So obviously I was gassed. Like, this was my first order out of the UK. I was like, right, let's do it. Okay. Did his grill, sent it to him. Okay. A few months later, I have a friend. He's from Dublin, but he lives in Birmingham. Okay. Shout out to Shagan. And he was like, yeah, like, he was just telling me about the Dublin scene. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, probably check it out. So I messaged the guy I did a grill for. And I was like, yo, like, what's Dublin saying? You know, he was like, me and my boys, shout out to 999 Island. He was like, they're doing a pop-up. And he's like, yeah, you should come through. Okay. And that was the beginning of it. Yeah, so literally, like, I was like, mom. And she was like, what? I was like, I'm going to Dublin. And she was like, what for? I was like, client. So I explained it. She was like, yes. She was like, right. She was telling me what to do. So literally, like, I just went there by myself. It's so crazy. Every time I've been to Dublin, I've been by myself. I just flew there, and people in Dublin, like, I just love them. I love Dublin. Like, it's just so lit. They show me so much love. Okay. And yeah. Do
you think that's where your main kind of customer base is right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need to invest heavily in Dublin. Probably maybe a bit more ads, or a lot more
definitely.
SEO, local ads.
Definitely.
Just focus probably more retention on Dublin.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to go. Do you know what? I need to go back, but this whole coronavirus situation has actually really messed everything up.
Yeah. So, will we be seeing you on the Ryanair flight anytime soon?
Listen, listen to me. Yeah, you see, everyone cusses Ryanair. Ryanair are my guys. Yeah. Every time I don't think I've paid more than £40 return for a flight to Dublin. Wow. Ryanair, as soon as I see Dublin on that sale list, I'm there.
You're there.
I am there. I'm there.
So do you stick all your stickers and do you do all your shameless plug in there as well?
Yep.
Do you get any kind of repercussions? Does anyone kind of come against you, like, you can't do this here? Or?
Not really, because I just do it. Like, I don't make a big deal out of it.
Okay.
Like, I'll just take a sticker out my bag, stick it, walk away.
Kind of like, let me run quickly.
Yeah, but
before the shameless plug comes.
Literally, but do you know what I used to do? Like, when I was in uni, like, when I was doing quantity surveying, like, I would print like 500 flyers, and like, I don't know why, but I would wait until like 3 a.m. when no one was about, and I used to go to every accommodation block and I would go from like the 12th floor down. I would put like 2 flyers through. I'd be doing that night. I'd stick them up in the elevator, and the woman in my old accommodation, she was such a hater. Like, she knew it was me because I'd always walk around with the hoodie. She walked, because I lost my key, so she gets in the lift with me. And she sees my flyer like hung up. The woman took it out and ripped it in front of me. I was like, what? I was like, that's a hater. That's a hater. It's a hater, man.
She wished she could afford your grills, huh?
She couldn't. She looked on the website and saw the prices and got upset.
Yeah, so she had to get the next best thing, which is to fly and rip it up right in front of you.
Nah, man, but shameless promotion is the way, trust me.
Okay, and how do you think that's working for you? Like, how do you track all of this? Did you get people coming to you saying, oh, I found your sticker on the trolley in Asda?
Normally when people DM them, first thing I say is, hi, how are you? And then when we get talk, I say, oh, how did you find out about me?
Okay.
Yeah, most people will say, friend, you did my friend's grill. I just saw you on Instagram. I saw your flyer. Then I just be like, where? And then, you know, I kind of gauge it from that.
Okay,
but
so how do you think it's doing? Do you reckon that your shameless plug-in is working for you, or to an extent, or not as much as?
I feel like the flyers, it wasn't like the greatest idea, because like maybe out of the whole block, maybe only 2 people would want a grill. So
yeah. So again, it's something for you. Because I think for you, I think that's the interesting thing about the jewelry business. It's more kind of high ticket than quantity. So you use more quality high ticket rather than a volume business. Is more of a more of a margin business, right? So I guess even if you have, let's say, a council flat in South London, let's say you put flyers in there and only 2 people buy, that's still good for you. It's
still 2 more people than I had the day before. Do you know what I mean? A client's a client, and money in my bank account is money in my bank account. So I don't discriminate.
Yeah. So the fact that you're finding out where people are finding you from, it's great, because all you need to do then is just kind of like to accelerate. It's just to kind of scale that up a bit more.
100%.
Okay. Wow. This is quite unique. It's quite interesting.
It really is.
Very unique. Wow. Like, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Well
I try.
done,
I really try.
Well done. So, I mean, obviously you spoke about flying to Dublin, and I know you flew to Ghana. How was that for you?
Do you know what's crazy? I'm 21, and the first time I went to Ghana was last year, October.
Okay. So we went just before the year of return kind of period started.
I wish do you know, it's really bad that I knew a lot of people went back in December, but I didn't know like how big and how many people went for the year of return. So when I like came back in October, and then in December I clocked, I was like, yeah, definitely got to go out in December, because that is when like Beyonce, like random people were there, like Beyonce, all these people, and I was just like, interesting.
Yeah, I can name a whole bunch of
it's crazy
and crazy people that were there. But yeah, I mean, I saw quite a few people out there as well.
Did you go?
Yeah, I was there, man. I mean, my parents live there, so I get to visit.
Love that.
As much as I can.
She's like, hey, I'm back.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's like going back home, because I used to live in Ghana. So
okay, that's good.
But yeah, I mean, Ghana was popping that period. Lots of traffic.
I can imagine.
Lots of traffic, not just cars.
Ghana traffic. Ghana traffic and LA traffic. They are like neck and neck for worst. You know, I nearly missed my flight back to England.
Did you?
Yeah, because of the traffic.
Ghana?
Yeah, because we were meant to go back to our hotel to like pick up our stuff, but we were on like the roads, and we were like to the guy, nah, don't go to just go straight to the airport. So we had to tell everyone, just pack our bags for us and come. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the downsides to Accra, because it's so heavily populated. I guess it's not as bad as Lagos, because the population of Lagos is the population of Ghana itself. Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mad.
Traffic that no.
Yeah,
I'd just have to fly everywhere.
And what was your highlights of going to Ghana? Actually, what did you enjoy?
It's gonna sound cliche, but like the whole thing, because for me, like, I didn't grow up with Ghanaian culture. I grew up with Jamaican culture. So like Jamaican culture is really all I know.
Really? Even if your mum being Ghanaian?
No, my mum's side is Jamaican. My dad's side is Ghanaian.
Oh,
but
dad's side is just Ghanaian.
I didn't really get that growing up. So I didn't know what to expect when I went.
Okay.
And when I went, I was pleasantly surprised, because like the young people out there, like, they're just like me. They're just like us. Like, they like the same things as us. Yeah. If anything, they're like they're more fashion forward than us. Like, I was going out there seeing them with Rick Owens, Jordans, like Off-White, and I was just like, yo, you lot are doing things. Yeah. And I was just like, it's nice to see, because a lot of people have this, got Africa's poor, they don't have shoes on their feet, but it's totally the opposite.
Ghanaians love to show off. Probably Nigerians.
I'm telling you.
Probably Nigerians a bit more. Ghanaians love to show off.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. Yeah. But the skills out there is crazy. Like, even like when you see the markets, like you'll see like, you know that the clothes are fake, but the fake clothes actually look better than the real. Listen to me. I saw some fake like Supreme and Nike, and I said that is actually better than what was on the runway. Yeah. And they make it themselves. I was like, this is what you mean. Like, the creativity there is levels. It's crazy.
Definitely is.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow. Yeah, it's quite something. Ghana. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad
definitely
you had a great experience. I'm sure you tried to sell some grills over there.
I tried, but I don't think the people are liking the prices.
I think it's a different market out there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, just to bring this to a close, well, actually on the topic of Ghana, I'm going to ask you my customary question.
Okay.
So what's the sound of Accra to you? So when someone mentions Accra to you, what thoughts, feelings, mind, emotions come to mind?
Home, first of all, because even though I've only been there once, it's like when that KLM plane touched the ground, I felt this wave of emotion and I just had tears in my eyes. And I said, wow, I'm home. Like 21 years and I'm home. Wow. So I also think the sound of Accra is just pure creativity. Like Free the Youth Ghana, shout out to them. I'm wearing their jacket today. Make sure you lot go get that dropped already. Yeah. Free the Youth Ghana, clothing line. They've been featured in Vogue. They've done campaigns with Nike and Foot Locker. It's crazy. Like I don't even think you don't even see that kind of creativity over here. I'm being so serious, but it's just like a mix of, it's just happiness as well. Like I was so happy when I was not thinking about my phone bill being paid. I was not thinking about anything except what fruits am I eating for breakfast? Where am I going today? You know, do I need an umbrella? It was just
umbrella.
And you know what? Hustle as well. Okay. When I say the hustle out there is real, these Ghanaians, they know what hustle is.
100%.
They could sell, what do they say? They could sell water to a fish.
Yeah.
You might not even want to buy what they're selling, but like when they start running beside the van you're in and they're putting they're like, okay, it might start at 50 CDs. By the end, you've got it down to like 20. Love it. Like they're just born hustlers, man. Love it.
That's the thing about Ghana. I mean, especially those that are street hawkers, or, they don't have very much. Yeah. And I think this is what I talk about in, I wrote an article that went viral actually, what I learned about street hawkers in Ghana. Yeah. And one of them, the key things I mentioned is that when your back is against your wall, you'd be surprised what you find yourself doing. And there, lo and behold, people are trying to sell to you, even when you're saying no. Yeah. No. You know, the window cleaner guy will try and clean your car.
Yeah, they start pouring the water and then they've done it and you're just like, well, I can't really tell him no. That is a great... Do you know what? The street hawkers, if they came here, top sales. Yeah. Forget the man in Canary Wharf. Forget them. Bring the street hawkers, they blow all of them out the water.
100%. There's a few here, but you just find them selling roses, but it's a bit irrelevant.
Yeah, up the game. That screen washing technique, that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
because they guilt trip you and you feel like
and then they'll just look at you and then you're like, oh, I actually can't let him leave. And just, you know.
Yeah, and I think the best ones are the airport, the trolley. They'll try and take your trolley.
You will just look at him and already that's like 5 CDs. He'll walk over to you, that's another 5. Yeah, like my mum was saying, she called someone to help with her bags, whatever. At the end, gave him money. And the guy was like, what about my boss? And then my mum was like, what about your boss? He's not here. And he was like, yeah, but my boss had to call me to come and help you.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I love that. Yeah. I love that.
They get creative. They do get
creative.
They do,
man. They do.
But at the same time, you can't blame them. You can't blame them because it's just not easy for some of them.
You got to do what you got to do. But make it creative.
It's not easy for some of them. Awura-Adjua, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I've had a great time. I don't think I've laughed this much in a while. It's been good. It's been really, really good.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for opening up. And in terms of where people can find you, I know you got your website, 17jewellers.com, and you got the Instagrams at 17jewellers. Yeah. Yeah. Was there anything else that I missed?
Nah, just find me on Instagram. I won't lie, I'm a bit quiet now, but you know, it's the calm before the storm. When I come back, I'm going to hit you guys with some real interesting projects. So just keep watching, you know. Yeah. Also, I just want to do another shameless plug. If you go on my Instagram profile, 17jewellers, click the link in my bio, and I've actually written it's over 20 pages it's a diamond guide. So it teaches you all about diamonds, carat, the 4 C's, cut, color, clarity, all of that. Wow. How diamonds are formed, rarest colored diamonds, most expensive diamonds. So it's free. Make sure you go download that and learn something during lockdown. Do you know that?
I guess we'll have that linked in the show notes.
That'll be good. Yeah.
So you can get us shown this by going to thesoundofaccra.com. And any final announcements or any words you can leave with the audience before we close the show?
Just do you, innit? Don't really worry about anyone else. Do what makes you happy, and you'll be happy in life.
That's it. Well, there you have it, guys. That's Awura-Adjua, 17 Jewellers. I said 17 Jewellers just before. She's forgiven me. Thank God. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir. Guys. Make sure you tune in, guys.
Cheers. Take care, guys.